Hello?
What's up, man? You're the crypto guy, right?
Bitcoin.
Whatever, man. Look, I saw the price doing what it's doing, and I know you said to get in when it was, like, way lower, but hey, here I am. How do I start?
Oh no. Alright. First you need to watch all 27 hours of the Saylor series. Twice. Then you should probably read Jimmy Song's Little Bitcoin book. Here's a comprehensive list of other books you need to read. After that, there's a 10-part series of Mike Maloney's Hidden Secrets of Money on YouTube. You should probably check that out. Follow all of these accounts, all of them. Then go back through their last 5 years of tweets. Subscribe to these channels on YouTube. Oh, and enable notifications because these people, they know things.
Unagi.
And you have to go tell your boss to go
You, you're cool, and you, I'm out.
You need to understand that fiat is just a system designed to keep you enslaved working for a currency that another man can print. Or you can just Google it.
So, what do I do first?
Too many ways to answer this question. But most Bitcoiners will tell you the same thing. Read the Bitcoin Standard. There's just one problem. I've never read it. So in this video, I'm going to finally read the Bitcoin Standard and tell you if it's really the best tool to orange pill someone, or if it's just something that we've all just been recommending to people because that's what everyone says you should do. I don't know. Let's find out, shall we? Come on down to Amazon.com where you can find Bitcoin Standard for $22.11. We also got the Bitcoin Standard on eBay for $13.48. And for those of you who like listening, we got Bitcoin Standard on Audible for $24.95. Come on down. Tell them Cal sent you. The Bitcoin Standard is 272 pages of pure economic delight, with a foreword from Michael Saylor himself. It has 10 chapters: money, primitive monies, monetary metals, government money, money and time preference, capitalism's information system, sound money and individual freedom, digital money, what is Bitcoin good for, Bitcoin questions. I have a Bitcoin question. Shut up, I'm doing the video. This is the book that brought an entire lexicon of terminology to the Bitcoin community. I mean, terms like store of value, medium of exchange, unit of account, time preference, hard money, soft money. None of these terms were really in the forefront of our minds before this book was here. So when it comes to books about the history of money,
there is no second best.
That's why this is the book that basically orange-pilled Michael Saylor. It had such a profound effect upon him that he changed his entire business model. He took his company, MicroStrategy, now Strategy, and all of their cash flows, and he converted it into a Bitcoin treasury. And that's what makes him the Giga Chad. I cannot stress enough the importance of this book to the Bitcoin community at large. But that being said, as a tool to orange pill people, well, that's another story. Without reading Saifedean's economic opus line by line, it's hard to emphasize just how well this book is written and structured. This is still talking about Rome here. Price and wage controls and legal tender laws were passed, but it was like trying to hold back the tides. With money so unreliable and debased, speculation in commodities became far more attractive than producing them. Doesn't this sound familiar? Now, the problem with this book when it comes to orange pilling, it's not so much a problem of the book, and more of a problem of the act of orange pilling itself. Colloquially speaking, we all know what orange pilling is. Meeting someone new, trying to get them to understand Bitcoin immediately. Your friend, your family member, maybe someone you met at the grocery store. You try to find any kind of link between what they do and Bitcoin. Maybe you're on a flight. You talk to your neighbor. Let me tell you about Bitcoin. Oh, you're into tennis? You sell flowers on the side of the road? Oh, you're a plastic surgeon. Oh, you run marathons. Let me tell you about Bitcoin. And yes, I understand inconsistent haircuts lead to continuity issues. You don't have to explain it to me. For those of you out there that fully subscribe to Bitcoin and think about Bitcoin daily and consider it some sort of a mind virus, you have dreams about it, can't stop talking about it, can't stop thinking about it, you're orange-pilled. You're taking your daily dose of orange pill and you are convinced. The problem becomes that you basically have to reformat your mind to what it was prior to understanding Bitcoin. You have to put yourself in that situation. Someone came up to you, started giving you a book, started giving you a podcast to listen to, started giving you this information, this article, and these YouTube channels to watch. It's instantaneously overwhelming. No one's going to go for it. Maybe what you should be asking yourself is why you're trying to orange pill them in the first place. Do you know enough about Bitcoin to carry someone through their journey, or you just try to convince yourself?
The main issue is that the approach in a lot of cases tends to be trying to sell somebody on this idea based on what you've sized up about them and what what you expect they might value or they might care about. But what about just starting by asking them? Instead of immediately trying to solve a problem that you assume they have, that maybe they have it, but they don't know they have it. They don't think of it as a problem. They're not concerned with it. It's not a priority to them. But what about the starting point just being asking them questions, getting to know them, getting to understand their values, getting to understand their worries, their anxieties, getting to understand their level of knowledge about Bitcoin, about other aspects of personal finance, about their how much value they put into saving, how much they care about and know about inflation. I think it's probably the most effective strategy, or at least a very effective strategy, is to actually ask them.
If I was an economics teacher, this is probably the first book I would hand to my students. In an academic setting, this is the right book. But when you're in that 30-second range, 1 minute range, 5 minutes of a conversation with a friend, family member, or an Uber driver, there is no possible way that handing them this book is going to get them to the level that you're at, to the orange pilled level. That is, unless you're a billionaire like Michael Saylor. The act of orange pilling is actually quite dangerous as well, because you have no idea if the person on the receiving end of your message will hear you correctly, will understand what you're saying, and will be able to ingest that information and then go out into the world and use it. You don't know. Because what you're saying is when you're becoming the used car salesman, why do we not like used car salesmen? Because they exude, amongst the other things that you said, they exude this.
They're pushy.
Aura of desperation is what I would say.
Yes, and it's not just used car salesman, right? It's even in the dating world, within the context of a relationship, established relationship, whether it's in a professional environment, when you're desperate, people can sense that. And then if you're desperate and they can sense it, well, now they're probably wondering, why is he desperate? What is causing this desperation? And then you're trying to sell them, well, his desperation and anxiety is manifesting in him trying to sell me this thing that he thinks is going to be his financial, escape, or his financial solution to his problems. It's not the financial. He's made no case for why this is a financial solution to my problems. He doesn't know what my problems are. He doesn't know anything about me, but he's trying to make some money off of me.
So it stands to reason that you ought to be careful about how you approach this conversation, if at all. In addition to all that, the act of orange pilling could actually be setting someone up for failure. You could have someone getting into this thing right at the top, as most of us have. They put their entire life savings into this thing. Bitcoin dumps, as it usually does, and there they are, cursing you, wishing you were never their son. Sorry, Mom. The act of orange pilling has unintended consequences. This person might get into Bitcoin in a way that aren't best practices. How many institutions failed along this journey of Bitcoin that you've already taken? Will this person really get their coins off exchanges? Will they really be able to work a hardware wallet? Can you explain to them the differences of Bitcoin addresses? Can you explain to them the difference between single sig and multi-sig? Can you thoroughly explain to them the difference between SegWit and the other one? Because I can't. There's just a lot of pitfalls. So it's something you need to consider if you even have this conversation. I'd say the best way to orange pill someone is not to approach them with the information, but to get their interest to get them asking questions. And that's the only way to do it. Otherwise, stay back, sit tight. They're going to see the price rise, and then they'll start to come to you. You can trickle in little tiny things here and there, and as you gain your knowledge system, you can impart that upon them so they can be successful as well. Holding Bitcoin is not for the faint of heart. There's a reason why the memes go so hard. If you like this content and you want me to make more, consider subscribing, dropping a like, a comment on my haircut. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.